Hi there! Welcome to Oasis Orthodontics. I'm Dr. Knofel, and my team and I are so excited to join you for Reading Week this year. Today's story made us think a little bit about some of our patients. At Oasis, we often will give people braces. Do you know of someone who's going to get braces? Are they nervous about it? Are you nervous sometimes about going to see the doctor or the dentist? Today's story is about a little boy who would love to try out the new slide at the park, but he's too afraid. Do you think he's going to go down the slide? Do you think he's going to find the courage? Let's find out together. The story that we're going to read to you today is called The Grumpet, Harry and the Big Scary Slide. Written by Polly Bateman and illustrated by Irina Golina Sagatellian. There was a new slide in the park. "I can't wait to go on it," said Harry, racing ahead. Harry ran to the slide. It was huge. It looked as if it reached right up to the sky.
Mummy sat on a park bench and watched as Harry stood at the bottom of the slide. He looked up at the steps. "I can't climb those. They're much too steep," he said to himself. Then Harry thought about being at the top of the slide. It made him feel really scared.
Even if I climb the stairs and slide down from the top, I could fall off the end and hurt myself, he thought. Harry burst into tears and ran back to his mummy. "I don't like this big scary slide," he sobbed. Mummy gave him a long cuddle.
Then she asked him if he was really scared of the slide. Harry nodded, a last tear splashing onto his shoe. "Then it's time to tell you about the Grumpet," said Mummy. "I've got one of those in my toy box," cried Harry. "You blow it and it goes poof." Mummy laughed. "That's a trumpet, darling, not a grumpet." "What's a grumpet then, Mummy?" Harry asked. "I'll tell you," she said, taking his hand.
Harry sat down beside her on the park bench. "The Grumpet is a very special friend who you didn't know you had," Mummy said. "He loves you very, very much." "What does he look like?" said Harry. "Everyone's Grumpet looks the same, but is a different color," she explained. "When I was your age, my Grumpet was round like a pom-pom, soft and fluffy, and the same color as my hair. His arms and legs were skinny, and he had knobbly knees. He was very, very cute," said Mummy. "Really?" gasped Harry. "Yes, really," she said with a smile.
Harry asked Mummy to tell him more. "Your Grumpet has the best ears, eyes, and nose, and he uses them to check anything new or different that might be scary. Then he gets scared for you," she went on. "He keeps you safe and goes all spiky when he's scared. That's what gives you those funny feelings in your tummy that warn you to be careful."
Harry was very excited now. "Where's my Grumpet, Mummy?" he asked. "I can't see him anywhere." You have to imagine him, Harry. Picture him like mine, but he doesn't have to be the same color. What color is yours?" Putting his hand to his mouth, Harry closed his eyes and thought hard. Then he giggled. "My Grumpet has lots of colors like a rainbow."
Harry thought about his Grumpet for a long time. "He's cool," he said. "Off you go then," Mummy said, pointing to the slide. "You show your Grumpet it's not really scary. It's just big and high, and you need to be careful." Harry ran over to the slide. The nearer he got, the more spiky his grumpet became. He's giving me funny feelings in my tummy, Harry called. Then look at the slide really carefully, Mommy called back. Check the sides, the rails, and the steps. Ask your grumpet if he really is scared or just seems scary. Harry did as Mommy said. My grumpet thinks it just seems scary, answered Harry.
So Harry started to climb the steps. Come on, Grumpet, we can do this, he whispered. I'll hold really tight and take one step at a time. Slowly and carefully, he made his way upwards. With every step, the feelings in Harry's tummy grew calmer and his grumpet became soft and fluffy again. We're nearly at the top now, Mummy, Harry called. Well done, Harry, Mummy called back.
But when Harry got to the top of the slide, he had lots of funny tummy feelings. It was so high, higher than he'd ever been before, and his grumpet was super spiky now. How could Harry help him? He spoke to his grumpet in his thoughts. I'm going to sit down, Grumpet, that will feel safer. So Harry sat down on the top steps, holding tightly to the bars either side. The grumpet started to become less spiky once more, and Harry felt his tummy settle down a little.
Harry sat at the top for a long time. My grumpet's scared of falling off the end now, Mummy, shouted Harry. Tell him you've had a look and you're sure that won't happen. He's only worried about you, remember? She answered. Come on, Grumpet, sliding down's the best bit. Let's try it. Harry inched forwards, then, sucking in a deep breath, he launched himself down the long silver chute. He was soon going very fast. Zoom. And it turned out all right. Harry slowed down and he reached the bottom and jumped neatly off the end. Bravo, Harry, Mummy cheered, and she laughed and clapped her hands.
Harry couldn't wait to have another go. All those funny feelings have gone away, and my grumpet's all soft and fluffy again, he called to Mummy, racing back around to the steps. Then he stopped suddenly. Two older children had come to use the slide. Harry's grumpet went all spiky again, and his tummy felt as if it was turning head over heels.
Harry looked at the children. They were big, but they seemed friendly because they were smiling. I think these children are all right, Grumpet. If I'm nice to them, they'll be nice to me. Then we can all share the slide. So Harry smiled at the children, and they smiled back. And they let Harry take turns with them on the slide. Harry's grumpet felt really happy, and it looked like a big ball of colored fluff.
After a while, the older children ran off, leaving Harry on his own again. This slide's so cold, he said with a chuckle. Nothing at all to worry about. Harry played on the slide all afternoon, sharing it with lots of more children.
Then it was time to go home. Thank you for telling me about the grumpet, Mommy. Harry called as he raced back to her, bursting with joy. I've had a great time on the slide today. Mommy smiled. I knew you would if you helped him, darling, she said. It's always worth listening to your grumpet. You just need to check everything carefully and let him know it's all right. Then he calms down.
Harry and Mummy left the park. Tomorrow, I'm going to tell all my friends about the grumpet, Harry cried. Mummy gave him another smile. Good idea, Harry, she said. We hope you enjoyed the story. We certainly had a lot of fun making this video. Thanks for letting us share with you in your reading week. Bye for now.
Then she asked him if she was
Harry sat down